welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Look who is back. Look at the tan on you.
You can't really tell, actually, until I take my jacket off, but it was hot and sunny. I was in South Carolina last week. Long drive, 19-hour drive, but it was worth it.
You brought the weather with you.
Yeah, I did, although it looks like nighttime outside this afternoon. And by the way, my thanks to Charlotte for all of her help last week filling in. I really appreciate it.
Good to have you back.
Good to be back.
Here's what's making news on this Monday. Strong storms are moving through the area this afternoon. Dana Fulton will have the very latest.
The body of a 9-year-old girl has been recovered after she fell into the Rock River last week.
Plus, tonight, the Madison School Board will vote to end its contract with the Madison Police Department, ending the School Resource Officer Program. Let's take a look outside. Kind of a stormy afternoon out there. This is a scene right around the lunch hour. Boy, it came down, didn't it? The weather words for today: the rain fuels the humidity, or something like that.
That's right. That's what it is.
Dana is inside because it is so wet outside. We still have a flood watch going on out there.
We do. We actually have a flash flood warning in effect for some areas. As we take a little broader look, you can see that darker green, or that brighter green, really, on the eastern edge of Rock County. And then the Madison Metro, most of Dane County, under a flash flood warning as well. As we did see a lot of rain coming through, even as the rain does start to back off and move east, we're still going to watch, of course, that water running off. We're seeing a lot of ponding on roads. So the usual adage, if you see water on the roads, turn around, don't drown. If you can't see the bottom of the roads, make sure you don't try to drive through it. The heavy rain still coming down south of Janesville along the state line, but that is moving east. The western edge of Dane County drying up, but we still have a few straggling isolated thunderstorms off towards the edge of Grant County. A lot of rain coming through today. Just in the last several hours, these brighter pink portions around New Glarus picking up almost 2.5 inches of rain. So it's still very dark outside. We still have the chance for some more rain to come through. It's also very humid for this evening. As far as traffic is concerned, right now I don't have any accidents to report, but we do have some areas where there is water on the roads. So do know, again, if you cannot see the roads right now, you want to make sure that you do turn around and don't try to drive through the water. Things on the Beltline seem to be going smooth, but as the heavier rain does pass through, things do slow down. Of course, if your windshield wipers are on, you need to make sure your headlights are on as well. Downtown Madison is where we're seeing some of those delays, also in the parts of West Middleton. So we'll keep a close eye on road conditions as the rain continues through the rest of the evening. And again, we do have those flash flood warnings in effect, so be very careful later on.
Good advice. All right, Dana, thank you. And speaking of roads, lots of roads on the west side of Madison experienced flooding today with the heavy rain. This is video from North High Point Road near Old Sauk earlier this afternoon. We continue to monitor the weather, and Dana will have an update, her next update, coming up at 4:30, unless she needs to break in sooner than that. We'll let you know. In other news today, a tragic end to the search for 9-year-old Madison Billups, who went missing in the Rock River on Thursday.
Her body has been found near the Bell Richard Bridge. Amanda Quintana is here with details from the Rock County Sheriff's Office. Amanda?
Yeah, such a sad ending to this recovery mission. A boater found Madison's body around 11 this morning. It was found about 5,000 feet downstream from where she was swept underwater on Thursday night. Crews have been searching for her since then using divers, canines, and drones. They even tried to slow down the current, but were unsuccessful this weekend. Many family members gathered and have been there during this search, telling our crews Madison was intelligent and loving.
Yeah, very sad update. Amanda, thank you. 2 of the 3 men arrested in connection with recent extortion crimes against Madison business owners were in Dane County Court today. Greg James Jr. and William T. Shanley both appeared virtually. James is charged with threats to injure, party to a crime, and disorderly conduct. Shanley is charged with party to a crime of threats to injure. Madison police say James and Shanley demanded free food and drink in return for not having businesses destroyed by protesters. This afternoon, the Madison Metropolitan School District Board is voting on whether to terminate its school resource officer's contract with the Madison Police Department.
The meeting is now just beginning. Madeline O'Neill tells us what we know so far. Maddie?
Well, the open workshop is happening now, a special session announced by Board President Gloria Reyes last week. The only item on the agenda is the motion to terminate the MMSD School Resource Officer contract effective immediately. This comes with the recent voiced support of the Madison Teachers Union and Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, along with the group Freedom, Inc., which has been pushing to remove police from schools for years. Last week, Madison Interim Police Chief Vic Wall told News 3 he would be disappointed to see the the 4 school resource officers in each of the city's 4 high schools go. Now, after this special session, the Education Board has its regularly scheduled meeting at 6 with virtual learning on the agenda. We'll have more details tonight at 10.
We'll see you then. Madeline O'Neill, thank you. New at 4, a man is in critical condition after breaking into his parents' home and shooting inside. The Sauk County Sheriff says around 3:45 this morning, they were called to a home in the village of North Freedom. The caller reported someone was shooting a gun at their home. While they were on the phone, the caller said the suspect got inside the home and they fired at each other. Police say the intruder is the homeowner's son and had shot at the house to get inside. The parent shot the son multiple times. He's now in critical condition. Neither of the parents were injured.
There is good news in the fight against COVID-19 in Wisconsin. For the second day in a row, no new deaths have been reported. The percent of positive tests also dipped below 6%. More than 28,000 people across the state have tested positive.
More than 30 states are reporting an increase in coronavirus cases, and at least 13 states have stopped their plans to reopen, including Texas and California. In Austin, Texas, people waited in long lines to get tested for the coronavirus. Texas reported nearly 6,000 new cases in one day. To slow the surge, restaurants cannot exceed 50% capacity, and bars have been closed since Friday.
COVID-19 has taken a very swift and very dangerous turn in Texas over just the past few weeks.
Cases in Florida are also surging so much that some beaches are closing over the 4th of July weekend. In California, bars in 7 counties, including Los Angeles, have been ordered closed. In 8 other counties, it's still only a recommendation, not a requirement.
Members of the Trump administration declined to take the witness table as a panel of bipartisan lawmakers heard testimony over the forceful removal of peaceful protesters near the White House earlier this month. A demonstrator and a journalist described the scene on June 1st when federal officers aggressively cleared peaceful protesters from Lafayette Square near the White House.
They were pushing and running towards us with their shields, and people started to panic. A world of confusion ensued. I could not really understand what was going on.
After officers cleared the area that evening ahead of a designated curfew, the president walked to nearby St. John's Church, where he held up a Bible and posed for the cameras. Committee Republicans turned the attention to some violent actions during earlier protests. Civil rights groups have filed a lawsuit against the president and federal officials over the forcible removal of the protesters from Lafayette Square.
The 4 former Minneapolis police officers charged in the death of George Floyd made their second court appearance today. CBS News correspondent Jamie Yukas reports from Minneapolis.
2 of the police officers charged in the death of George Floyd walked into the Hennepin County Public Safety Facility in Minneapolis for a pretrial hearing Monday. Thomas Lane, J. Alexander King, and Tu Tao, who's still in custody, appeared in person. They're charged with aiding and abetting second-degree murder and manslaughter. Derek Chauvin, who faces the most serious charges, including unintentional second-degree murder, appeared virtually. The judge warned the defendants and their attorneys and prosecutors about pretrial publicity and that he doesn't want to hear public comments about the merits of the case, evidence, or guilt or innocence. He said if they continue, he'll issue a gag order. Since Floyd's death, there have been protests and calls around the country and the world for police reform. On Friday, the Minneapolis City Council unanimously voted to advance a proposal that could replace the police department.
When you're talking about dismantling the police department, you're not saying that police officers are just going to go away.
Absolutely, and certainly not right away. We're trying to provide a level of safety that we feel like our current public safety system doesn't currently provide.
As for the officers, the first trial is scheduled for next March. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, Minneapolis.
And the next court hearing in the Floyd case is scheduled for September.
The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled in the first big abortion rights case during the Trump presidency. In a 5-4 ruling, the court struck down a Louisiana law that would have effectively shuttered abortion clinics in the state. Chief Justice John Roberts sided with his 4 more liberal colleagues, ruling that a state mandate requiring abortion doctors to have admitting privileges at nearby hospitals violates the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision.
I'm very disappointed, and I believe that this is a huge loss for the women of Louisiana.
Proponents of the law argued admitting privileges were for patient safety, but abortion rights supporters saw the requirement as a way to end the practice. Chief Justice Roberts did not join in the majority opinion, writing instead that his decision was based on the Supreme Court striking down a nearly identical Texas statute in 2016.
The White House is doubling down on President Trump's claim that the Intelligence Committee opted not to tell him about reports that Russia paid the Taliban for hits on U.S. soldiers. A New York Times report alleges Russia offered bounties to the Taliban in exchange for killing U.S. forces in Afghanistan. In a late-night tweet, the president said intelligence officials didn't brief him because they did not find this info credible. He also suggested the report was a hoax. Sources tell CBS News intelligence agencies had received information on the plot, but disagreed over its accuracy. Republican lawmakers took to Twitter with Senator Lindsey Graham saying it was imperative Congress get to the bottom of the reports, while Representative Liz Cheney demanded to know why the president wasn't briefed and what's being done to protect American forces and hold Putin accountable.
When our adversaries have directly targeted U.S. or coalition partners, the president has not hesitated to act.
Associated Press says the Intelligence Committee is investigating an attack on a U.S. convoy in Afghanistan last April that killed 3 U.S. Marines. The Taliban claimed responsibility, but the AP says investigators are trying to determine if it's also linked to Russian bounties. Well, still to come at 4, we've all been affected in one way or another by COVID-19, but artists have been hit especially hard.
When we come back, we'll find out how one group in Madison is raising money for unemployed musicians in our area. We'll tell you how you can help when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganser. Looking to update your bath, shower, or your entire bathroom? Ganser is the answer with Bath Creations by Ganser Company.
Schedule your free in-home consultation or visit our beautiful showroom on the Beltline.
A local family-owned business of 4 generations.
Now I get to make a difference in people's lives the way that the nurses that took care of my grandma made a difference in her life.
Now is the time to change your life. Herzing University makes it possible without leaving home. Herzing offers dozens of online degrees in nursing, healthcare, IT, and business. Start studying online and take the first step toward a new career.
I'm an ICU nurse.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our communities.
Looking to the future, Baca Enterprises will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Baca Enterprises is helping you live life with confidence. Visit our website to schedule your tour today.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, U.S. Cellular has your back with the Samsung Galaxy S25G, free when you switch, plus no activation fees. Stream without disruption, capture and post without restriction, and do it all without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer, finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Home is dancing because no one's watching. Home is a reason to disturb the peace. Home is laughter. Home is where heads come to rest. A place to let go and a place to find again. At Stanley Steamer, we love home, and we know that a clean home is a healthy home. We're ready when you are.
Ganser Company is proud to introduce 80 years in 80 minutes. We give you the skinny in 80 minutes to make an educated decision.
Infinity Windows from Marvin offer a lifetime warranty.
Remember, 80 years and 80 minutes from a local family business of 4 generations.
Well, Starbucks. Go ahead, Susan. I'm sorry. I'm not used to having you here.
I was just going to say, it's just like riding a bike. Starbucks is joining a growing list of companies that plan to suspend some of their social media advertising because of online hate speech.
Facebook and its co-founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg is one of the main targets of the company's effort. Civil rights organizations have called for an ad boycott of Facebook, saying it doesn't do enough to stop racist and violent content. In a statement, Starbucks announced its intention to stand against hate speech, saying in part, both business leaders and policymakers need to come together to effect real change. The boycott follows similar pledges from other Fortune 500 brands like Coca-Cola and Unilever. Starbucks did not mention the Stop Hate for Profit campaign, which calls on big brands to pull ad spending from Facebook.
It is time, once and for all, for Mark Zuckerberg and for Facebook to stand up and to take a stand against hate.
Facebook announced new guidelines this past Friday after the company's share price tumbled more than 8%, slashing $56 billion from its value. In a statement to CBS News, Facebook says it invests billions of dollars every year to improve its policies and that it'll continue to work with experts to fight against hate speech. Stocks rallied on Wall Street, led by a 14% surge in Boeing shares. The Dow Industrials gained 580 points, ending the day at 25,595. The NASDAQ added 116. The S&P 500 was up 44. Well, Madison's thriving music scene came to an abrupt halt in mid-March because of the pandemic.
Local musicians lost a lot of paying gigs, and they continue to face a very uncertain future.
The Madison Area Music Association, or MAMA, is trying to raise $250,000 for individual musicians who have lost work and wages due to the pandemic. The treasurer and co-founder of MAMA is here. Rick, I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
White.
Rick, thanks for being with us today. How dire is the situation for musicians in our area?
I'm sorry, you broke up there for a second.
How dire is the situation for musicians in our area?
Oh, it's very serious. As you know, all the venues and bars have been closed for some time, reopening very slowly, and may close again. So the loss of income for performing musicians has been virtually complete.
So the Mamas have a nonprofit offshoot called Mama Cares. And tell us a little bit about the relief fund that you're doing. It started yesterday, is that right?
That's right. We launched yesterday. We're working up to a day of giving that will take place on July 16th.
So tell me how this will work. Musicians apply to receive the money that is raised?
That's right. That's right. So we're asking musicians who have lost income to fill out a brief application on our website, www.themamas.org, and that will inform us to how we're going to distribute the money.
We're watching some video, obviously, from before this all began. I imagine, too, the musicians miss performing and playing with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, as I'm sure everyone is aware, there's been a lot of live streaming going on, and that's been good. It doesn't take the place of performing in front of a live audience, and in some cases, the musicians can't get together. So they've had trouble getting together, for instance, in recording facilities as well. So it's hard for them to create music as well as perform it.
We live in such a generous community. Is this something that anyone can contribute to? So many people have a vested interest in wanting to keep the music scene in Madison thriving. So can anyone donate?
Yes, absolutely. Anyone can donate. They go to our website and there's a link there that takes you to PayPal. And then there's also our mailing address in case they prefer to send us a check.
$250,000 sounds like a lot of money, but you got a lot of musicians out there to take care of.
That's right. We want the grants to be meaningful. So we're devising a way to identify the most needy musicians who've lost the most income, and those are the ones we're really looking to help out the most.
Do you have any idea how many applications you're expecting from musicians?
Yeah, we're thinking we may end up with about 2,000.
Wow. Yeah, that puts it in perspective.
It does. Well, this is a time to give back to each other, and so this is a great way to do it and keep the music going here in Madison. Rick, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Great to see you, Rick. Thanks so much.
The Mama Cares Musician Relief Fund started yesterday and will continue until July 16th with an online day of giving to keep the music playing. It's Thursday, July 16th. For more information about the Mama Cares COVID-19 Fund and how to apply as a musician, go to mamas.org. Hope there is lots of money.
I hope so, too.
Well, the coronavirus pandemic has hit big cities especially hard.
But even small, sparsely populated towns are being hit as well, with sometimes more devastating results. We'll have that story coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the all-new Dwellings.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. This 4th of July, in just 10 minutes, you'll look incredible. This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. It feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it, and I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself. I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real. This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Feldco season is here, and the signs are all around us. Like free installation on all windows, siding, and doors, and no interest for 1 year. It's time to jump on that home renovation project, and free installation all from the comfort of home. That gives you time to make the most of your Feldco season.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Dwellings, Madison's best kept $150 secret. Now open in Fitchburg.
Take a look at this. Madrid City Hall lit up the skies with drones as a tribute for COVID-19 victims and for those who have fought the virus in Spain. 40 programmed drones with multicolored LED lights shone over Madrid, creating different forms, including a heart and 2 people, messages of hope and thank yous, and flags of other countries fighting the pandemic. The location of the performance remained a secret until it took place to avoid crowds and a large gathering.
These shows are amazing.
I know, really, how they program these, it's just beautiful. And thank you.
Cool.
Pretty cool indeed. Well, speaking of cool, the temperatures didn't get so warm with all this rain.
Oh my goodness, it was really humid outside though. Felt pretty soupy. Soupy is the word I'm looking for. Muggy outside also. The next several days it's going to stay pretty warm, and by the 4th of July weekend, temperatures likely going to creep into the low 90s. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead with your full 10-day right after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
There is no new normal, and there never will be. And the sooner we can let go of the notion, the sooner we can get on with creating the new and necessary. We are clinging to now obsolete concepts of human health, human behavior, of the world and how it functions. We're stuck on old concepts of government, education, commerce, and law enforcement and safety, and that is interfering with the necessary work of survival, adaptation, and innovation. We have to reorient our thinking. First, do whatever is necessary to ensure every human being still alive today remains that way. Guarantee the necessities of life and don't worry about who pays for them. Treat every other human with love and compassion. Protect public safety smartly and responsibly, and accept and accommodate new concepts of education, business, civic life, and what it means to be close to each other. A new normal world is not possible. A new better world is.
Though challenges surround us, life still goes on. There's still time to dream, still plans to be made. And if you're retiring soon, still deadlines to be met. We talk with people every day who need to replace their employer benefits when they retire. We can answer your questions too, so you can feel good about the decisions you make. For a retirement benefits checklist, visit us online or call Physicians Mutual Insurance Company today.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
We've got the power.
The Power Centers of Madison. Our highly trained service department has the power to keep your equipment running like new. We service all makes and models, from minor tune-ups and maintenance to major overhauls. Our certified mechanics can get your equipment up and running quickly. If you like to fix it yourself, between the two stores, we have the parts you need. At the Power Centers of Madison.
Relax, unwind, remain safe and secure in a new bath, shower, or walk-in tub from Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Now during our summer spectacular sale, get a new bath or shower for only $49.95. Ask about great financing and call during this program for a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. And be sure to ask about virtual online estimates.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
Are you one of the 100 million Americans that suffer from chronic pain? Hi there, my name is Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I want you to know about an all-natural product called Cura Relief. With nutrients like boswellia and curcumin, it targets the root of your pain, inflammation. Most people feel a difference in less than 45 minutes. Stop the pain and the drugs naturally with Cura Relief. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com. The Healthy Place.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's been a very rainy and a very stormy afternoon. Here is a look at High Point and Old Stock Road. You can see all of the water on the roads, the water coming down, of course, through the storm drains, coming down on the windshield. Always a good reminder, if you're using your windshield wiper blades, then you certainly need to have your headlights on as well. We have had a few reports of areas that have branches down. And again, if you cannot see the bottom of the road, you definitely shouldn't be driving through any puddles. But if we're getting everyone else cleared on out and towed away, they have permission to get through the water. I think a few people may have had a little bit of a fishing trip in the roadways this afternoon, but a lot of these storm drains also in the ditches just very full of water. The rain that came down was very heavy and very slow moving. Mark and I were just talking about that, this big swath of rain now moving towards Milwaukee, but it really spent its time over the central portion of Dane County. The western edge of the area, right now we still have a few isolated storms passing through parts of Lafayette and Grant County, seeing a little bit of rain. We won't have any more big blobs, but there will be the chance to maybe feel a few more raindrops. this evening or hear a few more rumbles of thunder. So we're going to stay very warm and humid. The pattern for today doesn't change much for the rest of the week. Very sticky outside, and we'll have multiple chances for showers and thunderstorms. Here's a live look in Platteville with our Queen Bee Radio Sky Cam. Again, still a very dark, cloudy sky. We have a front draped just across the state, driving the heavier rainfall right now to the eastern edge, but we do still have a little bit of a chance for a few more isolated showers. That front becomes a stationary front, really stalls over the next few days. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll also have the chance for some showers and thunderstorms to develop late in the afternoon and evening. Overnight, plan on a variably cloudy sky. Temperatures will only drop to the low 70s for our overnight lows. So we start the day off pretty warm outside, pretty muggy. And then in the afternoon, as high temperatures climb to the upper 80s, we'll yet again see the chance for showers and thunderstorms to develop for Tuesday. Wednesday morning, temperatures will be close to 70 again. Afternoon highs, you get the picture. A little copy, paste, repeat. Afternoon highs will be in the upper 80s, and we will have the chance for some showers and thunderstorms to develop. Our severe weather potential, thankfully, really dying down for most of southern Wisconsin. There's still a marginal risk for areas to the east towards Milwaukee, where we're currently seeing those stronger storms passing through. Temperatures, as we look at our 6 to 10 day outlook and at our 8 to 14 day outlook, very likely that we will continue to trend above average. We're in a very warm stretch, and because of this, we do have alert days in the forecast now for the 4th of July on Saturday and for Sunday. A lot of folks trying to spend some time outside. Please make sure you wear sunscreen and drink a lot of water. Definitely stay hydrated with water. Temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 80s. Those shower and thunderstorm chances will develop late in the day, and we'll continue to see those rain chances almost every afternoon. Notice our temperature trend stays up. We'll be in the low 90s for afternoon highs for the weekend, and as we head into the following week, overnight lows will be in the upper 60s almost every night to start off the day. So a lot of sunscreen necessary and a lot of water, like a good idea for the next 10 days.
Sizzling.
Sizzling. Muggy, sizzling, and sticky.
If it doesn't rain.
After these storms pop through, it does zap away the humidity, yes.
All right. Thank you, Dana.
Thanks, Dana.
Well, during this coronavirus pandemic, much of the nation's attention has been focused on densely populated cities.
But it has also had a devastating effect on small towns. Tony DeCopel visits one small community in Pennsylvania where people tend to know each other and the losses can be more personal.
Along Main Street, USA, stores are cautiously reopening, and some people are venturing out. But life is just not the same.
On a normal day in June, would you be able to sit here at lunchtime?
Absolutely
and
not.
Just chat?
No.
Nicole DeFore opened Quench Cafe in 2009 after the New York investment firm she worked for, Lehman Brothers, collapsed in the mortgage meltdown. She moved in with family here in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Population 5,500. And while the setting may be different, the feeling of financial loss is familiar, with revenue down 90%.
So how do you pay rent?
Just by not paying myself.
Really? So you pay for the building rather than pay your own salary?
Yeah.
Just down the block, Andrea Snyder lost thousands of dollars and laid off her staff at Jade Hair Salon.
25 years you've been in business?
Yes.
Have you ever closed prior to this?
No. No.
Not when you had cancer?
Nope. 2 times.
Not when you had cancer the second time?
No. Never.
When we stopped by, she was preparing for business to start up again. But her biggest loss from this pandemic is the kind she'll never recover.
We did everything we could. My mother was surrounded by the most wonderful nurses and aides, and they brought her to the window when we went there to see her and try. You know, it's the hardest thing. It's the distance. It's not being able to be with your loved ones, not being able to hug and kiss and tell them that you love them.
After all she's been through, Snyder says she's amazed by the support she's getting here.
If we can just hold it together, you know, we just have to hold it together.
James Fallows spent years visiting places other people drive past or fly over, and along with his wife, wrote a book on the topic. He says no other city has been impacted more by the virus than America's largest, New York, until now.
The longer-term concern about what it will take to rebuild, to reattract residents, to restore small businesses, to regain a sense of momentum, that concern is more widespread in smaller towns, and they think they have a longer road ahead of them.
And what, if anything, about the qualities in small towns makes you hopeful they will survive?
A town that has already been around for 100 years or more has already been through a lot. People there know how to reinvent themselves. Their challenge will be to reinvent themselves yet again.
Yet reinvention could be tough for people like record store owner Tom Lefevre.
How long has it been since someone walked in the door like I just did?
A couple months.
Have you ever had anything like that before? Like any kind of stretch where you just couldn't do business?
I have, actually. 12, 13 years ago, I was across the street. That was where my business was, and there was a fire, and I lost my whole business.
Wow.
But I was down for probably a couple months until I got insurance money, and then I landed in here.
But insurance covers a fire. Does it cover this?
Does not cover this.
How did you feel when you found that out?
It was a big shock, to be honest with you. I was kind of angry, too.
The anger and sorrow along this main street isn't much different than anywhere else. But if you're going to go through a bad time, Nicole DeFore says, this is a good place to do it.
People are just asking, how am I doing? Because they want to make sure we stay around and we stay, relevant and we get through this. And I can feel that. I can feel that they really care when they ask me how we're doing. Like, how do you put a price on that? That's amazing.
Tony DeCopel, CBS News, New York.
That's the silver lining for sure. People are trying to take better care of each other.
Absolutely. It's hitting everywhere.
It's tough. Yeah.
Well, there's more to come at 4 later on. Will Loper will have a rundown on the best movies and TV shows to stream right now.
And then coming up tonight at 5, the Evansville Police Department is investigating an incident where a pride sign was stolen out of somebody's yard and lit on fire. We'll share what we know coming up tonight at 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan with 0% financing on 13 models for up to 84 months.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Reflect on this. You can have a lasting career in one of today's hottest fields with an online degree from Herzing University. Recognized, accredited, experienced, with more than 90% student satisfaction. Plus, Herzing is transfer friendly. Apply now and pay no enrollment fee. A degree from Herzing University. It's a nice reflection on you.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, US Cellular has your back with the Samsung Galaxy S25G. Free when you switch, plus no activation fees. Stream without disruption, capture and post without restriction, and do it all without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan with 0% financing on 13 models for up to 84 months.
Tonight at 5, a video of a pride sign being lit on fire in Evansville is circulating on social media. What one local LGBTQ advocate is saying about the incident at 5.
Thunderstorms will wind down this evening, but the humidity will stay high and temperatures will be very warm. This could lead to more thunderstorm chances tomorrow. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, the Madison School Board is set to vote tonight on removing police officers from high schools. We'll have that story for you tonight on News 3 now at 6. There's a live look out
Madison's west side. Sky looking a little less
strange.
angry. Yeah, that looks like some improvement on the way, but there's still a lot of rain across the area, and Dana will have an update pretty soon coming up. With stay-at-home restrictions easing in many places, some families are looking for safe ways to travel during the pandemic.
Michelle Medina has more on how to reduce your chances of getting sick on summer vacation.
This summer, Lana Thompson and her family will hit the road in their trailer.
Because of COVID, we have decided to not fly like we usually do. We've decided to make it a full family adventure.
That adventure will take the family of 6 from North Carolina to Texas to visit family with all the comforts of home on board. While there is risk with any travel this summer because of the coronavirus, there are some things you can do to help reduce that risk. Dr. Jill Weatherhead is an infectious disease doctor at Baylor College of Medicine. She says first, consider the current COVID cases and amount of travelers visiting your destination.
Are you going to be able to maintain some of the practices that we've put into place during the course of this pandemic? And that means maintaining social distancing and wearing face coverings to help prevent transmission.
Next, weigh your transportation options. Planes, trains, and buses may put you in close contact with large numbers of people.
Wear a face covering, try and keep space between seats on the plane, and wiping down any commonly touched surfaces, chairs, handrails, and the tabletops.
And a car trip can mean less contact with others, but be cautious when stopping.
Bringing food and water with you or doing takeout, drive-through in order to reduce any sort of interaction with other individuals. And of course, during all of this, washing your hands either with soap or water or with an alcohol-based hand gel.
The Thompsons will follow that advice on the road.
I feel pretty comfortable with it. I feel like for us, it minimizes coming in contact with other people.
Trying to stay safe while having some fun. Nichelle Medina, CBS News, San Diego.
And another way to limit face-to-face interactions on the road is to pay by credit cards, not cash, and always wear a face covering.
That's all good advice.
It is.
Well, are you looking for something new to stream right now? As usual, there is a ton of new stuff.
Including a new movie with some familiar News 3 Now faces making an appearance. Film critic Will Oper is in next with the scoop on what to watch. Stay with us.
Location of Stoughton Health Home Health Department right here on the corner of 51 and Highway B. Victoria, tell us about the exciting news that Stoughton Health has to share about this new beautiful building.
Sure, Stoughton Health was gifted this building from McFarland State Bank, and we are now housing our Community Health and Wellness Center in this building, and we also have our Home Health Department that is housed out of here as well.
So Home Health, take us through what that means and the scope of things that home health providers cover.
Sure, home health providers cover physical therapy, occupational therapy, skilled nursing services, and we also have home health aides to assist with bathing and other activities of daily living that our clients need assistance with.
I would imagine through this type of care, bonds and friendships are truly built.
Yes, and I think that's one of the strengths of a home health program is those relationships that we build with our clients and our patients in the home health program. When you are actually sitting down at someone's kitchen table, or you're sitting across from them on a sofa, or you're sitting in their bedroom and you're talking to them about some of their most intimate needs and what their cares are, you form a bond with that person that lasts for a very long time.
Absolutely. Now, during this COVID-19 time, obviously there's a risk with coming into contact with people, but it's still a service that you need to provide. How are you and all of the providers really making sure that everybody is the safest that they can be?
Yes, we do screening upon entering into the home. We are masking, we are following all the CDC recommendations and guidelines, and doing everything that we can with our checklist to make sure that we are providing that high quality care and keeping our patients safe.
I'm hoping they'll let me go along to this first home health patient. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Hi, I'm Travis Ganzer. We hear you. You need new windows. Ganzer Company is proud to introduce 80 years in 80 minutes. Simply put, you need real information and pricing. Our 80 years of hindsight for 80 minutes of your time. We give you the skinny in 80 minutes to make an educated decision.
Infinity Windows from Marvin offer a lifetime warranty and are made just for that, a lifetime. Infinity Windows don't warp, crack, or fade over time, like vinyl windows.
Remember, 80 years and 80 minutes from a local family business of 4 generations.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. That's why your Chevy Clean dealers commit to using enhanced vehicle cleaning measures with CDC-approved cleansers. If you need a new Silverado, get 0% APR for 72 months or $5,500 cash allowance on all Silverado Crew Cab pickups. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available.
Right now, it does seem like the rain is pretty far east of Madison as we look at the Beltline at Gammon. East and westbound are looking fairly smooth. We've had a bit of sunshine, but you can still see the dark sky up there, and there's still some water on the roads in spots. Of course, the Beltline seems to be smooth, but downtown we have been keeping an eye on some areas. And 14 heading out towards Cross Plains, Mazo, and Black Earth, we have had some spots where there's been just a little bit of ponding close to those construction sites. So as you're driving around this evening, just be a little extra cautious. If you see any water on the roads, make sure that you try to take a different route. That's a quick look at traffic.
Thank you. Look up at the trees. It's Slothbot, and he's very slowly saving the day. This strange robotic sentry is being tested at the Atlanta Botanical Garden. It helps scientists see the unseeable in the wild. It's designed to hang out in the trees and feed back important data that could protect rare species and endangered ecosystems. It can draw energy from the sun, feed back climate data and video, and scientists say Slothbot's hyper-energy efficient sluggishness allows it to observe things that only can be seen over very long periods of time. I don't know why they have to put faces on these things.
I was just going to say that. That's a cool idea.
It is a cool idea. Well, there's a lot of new content on streaming services this week, including a movie with a News 3 Now connection.
Our film critic Will Loper runs through it all.
Hey guys, we've got a lot of new great stuff on streaming, including Will Ferrell on a giant hamster wheel. I'll get to that later. But first up, we've got a big movie that came to video on demand. The Jon Stewart written and directed film, Irresistible.
Colonel Jack Hastings is our key back into the great now swing state of Wisconsin. He just doesn't know it yet.
The film tells the story of a Democratic strategist, played by Steve Carell, who decides to put all his energy into a mayoral campaign set in the fictional town of Deerlachen in, where else, Wisconsin.
Can I be completely honest with you? No bull.
Be nice. My daughter's here.
That was your daughter with her arm up the cow?
Much of the film is a straightforward critique of the political machine and pundits on TV, which is no surprise coming from the former host of The Daily Show.
I'm gonna make a big deal of this.
It's on here, boys. Game on.
Tons of press, lots of money.
This seems a bit crazy.
Don't put all the black ones in the center. He's running as a moderate.
And although the satire could have been far more biting and bold, at least the film features probably the best anchor performances ever seen in a Hollywood film.
More local news tonight out of Deerlachen. Former Marine Colonel Jack Hastings announcing today that he's running for mayor as a Democrat.
The movie might just be worth seeing for Charlotte and Eric alone. It's available for $19.99 on VOD services like iTunes, Vudu, or Amazon. Over on streaming services, Amazon Prime also added a film originally meant for theatrical release, My Spy.
We can cut a deal. I want you to teach me how to be a spy.
But just to be clear, this is a one-time arrangement. Never again.
I can't promise.
Dave Bautista takes part in that tale as old as time, where an oversized, muscular man stars in a comedy with a kid.
The objective of this exercise is to get past me. A good idea might be to cause a distraction, because otherwise there'd be zero chance of you getting...
On Netflix, the third season of Dark premiered. The supernatural German series has been likened to a more serious version of Stranger Things, and each season has garnered extremely positive praise. The film Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, also premiered.
All of Iceland think we are a joke.
That's not true.
And my father is ashamed of me.
No, he's not.
He looked me into the eyes and said, I am ashamed of you.
Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams star as Icelandic singers who get their chance to compete on the International Eurovision Song Contest stage.
I hate them.
Absolutely terrible. They're old, disgusting people. But we have no choice.
So we're in. Yep.
The film takes the Will Ferrell formula applied to his movies like Talladega Nights and Blades of Glory, but instead of NASCAR or ice figure skating, the film pokes gentle fun at the contest. However, this time around, it's much more earnest and at times laugh out loud funny.
This is it. We have to prove to Iceland and my extremely handsome father that my life hasn't been a waste.
This movie is definitely worth streaming, and just a warning, these songs will definitely get stuck in your head. Don't mind me, I'm off to iTunes to immediately buy that soundtrack. For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper, sending it back to you guys.
That looks funny.
And Eric and Charlotte are in the movie.
I know, that is so cool. I can't wait to see it. Have you seen it yet?
No, I'm going to wait till the price drops a little bit. I love those guys, but $20?
I'm proud of them. That's cool.
All right, breaking now, the Madison Metropolitan School District will be ending its school resource officer's contract with the Madison Police Department. The Education Board just voted unanimously to end the contract effective immediately, which will remove 4 school resource officers from the city's high schools. Board members spoke about getting the process started for planning alternative security plans for students in the coming months before the start of the school year. Of course, more on this coming up on News 3 Now at 5. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
Roll playback. 3, 2.
Help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer, finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-451-3571 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
Introduce me. Here I come. Yeah.
Cuts, colors, braids, and fades. We stand for style. Cost Cutter Salons.
#1 in color in Wisconsin.
Tuesday morning, Chris Reese is in for Hattie, and he says it's going to feel like the mid-90s again. He'll have the latest on this hot stretch.
And we'll tell you what's next after Madison's school board makes a decision on officers in high schools.
See you at 4:30. Trust us to get it right.
To keep you prepared
when severe weather is on the way.
And your family's safety is on the line.
Our team and technology are ready to help you stay safe.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now.
Right now, we do have heavy rainfall in the northern portion of Jefferson County and stretching towards Milwaukee. There is some lighter rain also for the western edge of Dane County and some isolated showers south of Monroe. But those rain, as you can see right now along the Beltline, not bringing any lightning along with it. As we take a live look with our Edgewater Skycam, we still have a dark sky. It's still very muggy outside and warm. Temperatures in the mid to low 70s will continue to stay muggy and warm through the rest of the week. But Gary will have more on that during Live at 5.
Welcome to Florida. Thanks, Dana.
Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4. We'll talk with the UW's leading COVID-19 expert on the current rise in cases.
And we'll check out digital tintypes, old-time photographs with the Wisconsin Historical Society. We'll be back.